7. Cover a question similar to this. We will look in this question we are looking at 3 men digging 2 identical trenches. Do you know what are trenches?
Hole.
Yes, just a hole.
What
Okay.
kind of hole?
So in 5 hours. We want to assume that all the men work at the same rate. This doesn't really quite matter. But essentially what the question wants is to find out how long will it take 5 men to dig 7 of the same trenches. Okay, so we have looked at a similar question last lesson, whereby we will have 3 headings over here. What do you think will be the headings that we will use?
Men, trenches, and hour.
Very good. Okay, you can put the word identical, but it doesn't matter. And then hours is actually a unit, so the quantity that we're looking at is time. Okay.
Yeah.
So we will start with the heading doesn't really quite matter. Okay, as long as the idea is there, right? So 3, 2, and 5. The objective is to find out 5 men and 7 trenches. Okay? In case no space, let me just write. Okay, so we will put in the objective at the end and then make sure you have enough space. 5 and 7. Okay, so what do you suggest that we do in the next step? Yes, Janice. Find 1 man. Okay, so how do I find 1 man? Divide by 3, then what do I need to do next?
And then
The trenches. Divide by 3.
times.
Do we divide or times?
Times.
Okay, let's take a vote. Alright, who says times? Times 3.
Wait, we mean the
Who says that we divide by 3? Who will think about remaining the same? Okay, let's address the remaining the same. If you remain the same, what do you want to do?
to change the.
Okay, so Ryan is thinking about keeping the trenches the same and then change the time. Okay, let me assume that those that want to change the trenches by dividing or multiplying, you are thinking that the time remains the same. Agree? Okay, because we agreed that if I change one thing, then I can change another one only. The other one must actually remain the same. Okay, so now let's address over, am I supposed to divide or times? Okay, if I have lesser men, am I able to build more trenches or lesser trenches? Lesser. So with that idea, am I supposed to divide or times now? I should be dividing. Okay, so I will divide. I can only build 2/3 of a trench in 5 hours if I have 1 man. Okay. Then what next? What next will I actually have to do? Sylvia? What will you do next? Now that I found 1 man, my objective is to have 5 men. Okay, I will times 5. I times 5, then so what? Times 5 here, then what next? What next? Sylvia, I'm waiting for you. I times 5, then what do I change next? Trenches or time? Okay, trenches, so what do I need to do? I will have to times 5, alright, because we agreed upon that more men, more trenches, lesser men, lesser trenches. So the proportionality is the same. So I'll get 2/3 times 5. I will get 10/3. So time remains the same. So now our man is settled already. Okay, so no need to touch the man anymore. Okay, so we need to address the trenches and the time. Okay, so how do we go about doing that? Maybe Howard, what do you think? I need 7 trenches. What will you do? I have 10/3 trenches now, but I need 7 trenches. Change the time. Okay, how do I go about doing that? Do you need a hint? Sorry? Times 7. This one times 7. So this times 7. 10/3 times 7. I'm going to get 70/3. Is that helpful? Okay, then can you give me something that will be helpful? Could I propose something? Okay, what if I have a 1 over here? How do I achieve a 1 from 10/3?
We divide.
Do you realize that if I divide by the same number, I will get 1? If I have a number, I divide by the same thing, I will get 1. So what do you think I should divide over here? Divide by 10/3. Okay, so I divide by the same number, I will get 10/3. Sorry, divide by 10/3, I'll get 1. Right? So if I divide by 10/3, am I going to change man or change time? Time, because man already fixed. Okay? So if I divide by 10/3 over here, I want to change the time. What do I need to do, Howard? I have this number of trenches now, okay, which actually is lesser trenches. Okay? So do I actually have more time or lesser time? Lesser time, okay? So having lesser trenches, I will have lesser time. I only need lesser time, right? So I will divide by 10/3 as well. So I'll do the same. So 5 divided by 10/3, I will be getting, what's the answer? 1.5? Yes, 1.5. Okay. Then now objective is to actually have the 7 here. So now we are arriving at it already. I will have to times 7. And over here I also times 7. So 1.5 times 7, I will get 10.5 hours. Okay, so therefore, it will take 10.5 hours for 5 men to dig 7 trenches. Yes, right. Can use calculator. What do you mean by use calculator? Find all these numbers here. 7 divided by 10/3 to know what is the number here. Can, yeah. But I tell you, not everybody is equally strong. You understand? Okay? Yes, you can take 7 divided by 10/3 to know what is the number over here. Connect these two. Okay, you can do that. But if I were to do that in class for everyone, okay, I'm sure the weakest one will not be able to get it. So there is a reason why I'm doing a 1 here. So that it's easier for us to think. Okay, because when 1 I just simply times 7. 1 I can divide by whatever also. It's easier for us, for all of us. Okay, but if you want to do that, fine, I'm not stopping you. As long as you get the correct answer. Okay? Alright, any questions? Okay, so let's get back to our worksheet. dollars, and it is inversely proportional to the age of the car, which is n years. Okay. Question says that the value of the car after 2 years is $65,000. Right? So what am I supposed to do in part A? How do I start off the question? Jinhao, yes? B equals to Kn, K over N. Why do you say that it is K over N? Okay, very good. Because question say inversely proportional. So we must have B equals to K over N. Right? Then what is the next step that we have to take? Nicholas? Okay, B replaced by 65,000, followed by K over 2, very good. Okay. Then what next? Shivan, what next? I want to find K. How to find K? Very good. Okay, so I take the 2 multiply over, so K equals to 65,000 times 2. And I'm going to get 130,000. So for the 130,000, is that my answer for this question?
No.
What do I need to do next? Keyword? B equals to 130,000 over N. Okay, so that will be the answer to part A. In part B, we want to find the value of the car after 6.5 years. Okay, so after 6.5 years, how do we get the answer? We learn. How do we find the value of the car, which is B dollars, okay, after 6.5 years? We have this already. B equals to, sorry, what? B equals to K. Why do we need to have K again? We are trying to find the value of car after 6.5 years. You understand what Deborah is telling you? No? You understand what I'm trying to do with this question? You understand what have we done in part A? You want to find B when N is equal to 6.5. $130,000 over 6.5. Understand why or not? Why? Because what? After 6.5 years, so 6.5 is supposed to represent what? N, okay? Yes. So this case, this is N, alright? And we're trying to find the value, that means find B. And we use the formula that we have regarding the value of the car, how it connects with the number of years. That's why you need to use this formula. So then after that, it will be a matter of pressing the calculator and you will get 20,000. So therefore, value of car equals to $20,000. Okay. Any questions? I'd like you to do your workbook, page 38, question 6.
不了。
Huh? Page 38. Question 6. Okay. Alright, I'll give you about 4 minutes to do. Okay, are we all done? Now we look at question 6. Okay, just to re-emphasize, okay, amperes is the unit for current. Okay, so in electricity, right? Okay, when you go into your science on electricity, okay, so in the topic of electricity, there are 3 main things that we usually talk about. Okay, usually we talk about current, voltage, and resistance. Okay, so each of it has a different unit, just like how time has a unit hours, time also has a unit minutes and seconds. So the units for these respective things is amperes, which is represented by the letter A. Voltage, okay, has the units volts represented by capital letter V. And then resistance has the unit ohms, okay, which is represented by a symbol like that. Okay, I will just leave it as that, right? I will not go into that. I'll leave it to your science teacher to choose. Okay. So anyway, going into this, okay, we need to recognize the letter that we are using, which is current I, okay, as well as the resistance R. The question says inversely proportional. So what will the equation that we start off with be? Yes, we will. I equals to K over R. Okay. Then after we need to find out the value of K, we make use of the information here. Resistance of 0.5 ohms, 12 ampere. Okay. So how do we make use of that? Equal. What next? Sorry? Sorry, huh? 0.5 over 12. Why is it 0.5 over 12? Why are you doing this? Can you tell me 0.5 represents which letter? A? There's no A over here.
I said K.
Okay, 0.5 represents K. Can you read the sentence that I've just underlined? So 0.5 represents R, and 4 will represent what? 4 represents what? I, okay? 0.5. Alright, then we will find out what is K. So the next step, what would it be? Whether why smiling to yourself? Please give me a value of K. 6. How? 12 times 0.5. Surely I know you're not laughing to yourself. Okay, so K is equals to 6. But what does the question want? Let's focus on the question. It says that the current flow, we want to find the current flowing through the wire when it has a resistance of 4 ohms. Okay, so after finding the value of K, we will form back the equation.
I equals 6 meters.
Alright, then what do we need to do next, Ashley? We are given that the resistance of 4 ohms, we want to find current. So we need to find I, and resistance of 4 ohms means that what letter is it supposed to represent? Sorry? 4 is representing R or I. Read the question that I circled. 4 ohms over here represents I or R. Sorry? I, R. Okay? So it represents R. Okay? So I equals to 6 over 4. And we can find the current, which will be 1.5. Okay? So therefore, current equals to 1.5 amperes. Okay, yes, David. Okay, let me finish this first. Alright? Yes. Yes, you can leave it a fraction, not an issue. Okay, they are all equivalent numbers. Alright, next we look at part 2. For part 2, we want to find the resistance of the wire when the current flowing through it is 60 amperes. David, tell me what. 16 equals to, okay, the A is just a unit, you can drop it. Alright, so 60 equals to 6 over R. Then following from there, what do I need to do? R equals to 16 times 6. You sure? R equals 16 times 6. How many of you agree with Damien? Who disagrees with Damien? Okay, so Joshua, tell me why. Sorry? 6 divided by 16, how do you achieve that? Sorry? Huh? Cross multiply. Okay, so we cross multiply, so we get 16 times R equals to 6. Something on my nose. So, then R is equal to 6 divided by 16. Okay, and in this case, we simplify the fraction. We can write as a fraction or decimal, we get 0.375. So therefore, resistance equals to 0.375 ohms. Okay, what did I just say?
Fraction is no problem.
Very good. Why is it no problem?
Just the same.
Yes, very good. Okay, the size matters in this case. 3 must be smaller. Okay. So we need to observe that the question says cube root of x. Okay, next we want to find. We are given that y equals to 6 when x equals to 8. So y is 6, x is 8. Alright, then what is the next step going to be, Ryan? What's the next step?
6 times 8 to find out what is cube root of.
Okay, so Ryan says find out what is the cube root of 8 and that will be 2. Okay, then so what? Next.
Then 6 times.
Okay, then 6 times 2. So 6 times 2 equals to k. So k is equals to 12. Alright? Question wants us to find the equation connecting y and x. So final answer will be Glenn. Final answer, what would that be? We're looking at part A. Very good, okay? So therefore y is equals to 12 over cube root of x. Okay, part B. We want to find the value of y when x equals to 216. Okay, so what do I have to write? When x equals to 216, find y. Later, what do I do? Six equals to y equals to 12 over 216 cube root 216. Very good, thank you. Yes. Okay, so y is equals to 12 over cube root of 216. Press into calculator and the answer will be, what's the answer? 2. Okay. Next, part C. We want to find out what is x when y is equals to 8. What do I write, Xavier? What do I write to solve part C?
Y equals to 12 over.
Y equals to
No,
12 over
cube root x.
cube root of x.
Oh, okay. Okay, never mind. Change the y to 8.
Change the y to 8, okay? Then what next? Yes, Javier, what next? What do you want? No, ask something with me.
Cross multiply.
We cross multiply and what do I write?
You know, draw the crossing.
Draw the cross thing. Then
12 equals to
12 equals to
equals to 8.
equals to 8. What? Have we broken, have a breakthrough in mathematical science? 12 now is equals to 8. You think, clearly this doesn't make sense, right, Julia? Please tell me that it doesn't make sense.
It doesn't make sense.
Okay, then what should make sense? What's missing over here? You cross multiply, right? How come this thing can disappear?
That was too late. I'm pressing calculator.
You mean you can press calculator for this one?
Yeah, I'm pressing x is 1.
But you want to find x, so you might as well tell me x is 1 already. If If you get 8 marks, I don't want to give you 12 marks. Sorry, write it down. You get me?
Then the 8 you have to put the.
So it's supposed to cross multiply, therefore we times cube root of x. You understand that? Cross multiply. Okay, so when I multiply, 12 times 1 is in 12, and then 8 must times the cube root of x. That's why I get this statement. Okay, yes, Brian, what was your question? Sorry? Well, you want to break it down like that, as in cube root of x. You want to come out here, right? I can't picture whatever you're saying. Or you want to write it down?
What's the highest rank? My highest rank is Oreo.
Okay, so following from here, alright, let's get back. Okay, so what do I need to do next? Next. You want to find, let's focus on x. Okay, maybe let's focus on cube root of x first. What do I need to do? I want the cube root of x. I know that you do. 12 divided by 8. Why is it 12 divided by 8?
It's times 8 times 8.
Okay, bring over. So 12 divided by 8 is equals to cube root of x. Alternatively, I can write it like that. Okay. Now I want to get rid of the cube root because I'm not trying to find out what is cube root of x. I'm trying to find out what is x. What is the opposite of cube root? Cube. Okay. So therefore, I'll have x equals to 12 over 8. The entire thing I must have brackets. If in this case you have no brackets, right? And you write it like that, this doesn't make any sense. Okay, mathematically this is not correct. Okay, so in this case, when you have a fraction and you want to put a power to it, you must have the brackets. Okay, if you don't put brackets, it doesn't make any sense. So surely things that don't make sense doesn't give you marks. Just like 12 equals to 8. Okay, so answer will be 3.375. Any questions? Why is it that got a 3 over here? Because this is cube root. We get rid of the cube root by power 3. So this entire thing power of 3. This is what it means. Why is it not cube root? Because you want to get rid of the cube root. Getting rid of cube root, that means you need to do the opposite, right? Yes, right.
There's a C there.
What you see me just now was different. Can we talk about it later on? I don't want to confuse the rest. Okay, after lesson, move which stuff? This one? From here to here? Why doesn't this become negative? Because now it's divide. Just taking divide. There's no negative thing over there. It's not like plus or minus. Oh, you're saying about this one? To this step to this step, huh? Because if this one equals to this, surely this is equals to this one. Why you want to put another negative length? Correct? Any questions? Right, let me just finish our example 14. So next lesson we just do the workbook examples. Sorry. Oh, example. Sorry. My bad. Example 13. Let me do example 13. are definitely very different from the questions that we have been dealing with. So I want you to listen up first, don't copy anything yet. Alright? Let me look at example 13. Question says that y is inversely proportional to the square of x. So focusing on the word square, that means that our equation over here, that's our concern. Ryan, what would it be?
What?
What's the equation of concern over here? Y equals to k over x squared. So this statement itself, surely we are able to get it. The problem comes in the rest of the question. Because usually, when I'm given y equals to x, I will have an x value also. Then I can find out what is k. But in this question itself, they gave you y equals to 6, but they gave you no information about x. They just said that x is something, but you don't know what is it. Okay? So how do we go about dealing with this? Alright? So what we have to do in this case, we will let, when y equals to 6, since the question says x is a certain value, we cannot anyhow give a number, that's for sure. Because giving a certain number to it, right, will affect the entire question. Okay? But what we can do is let x, maybe let it be a letter, okay, a certain number represented by a. Okay, so I let x equals to a. So what's going to happen here is that when I place it into the equation, I will get y equals to k over a squared. Sorry, not y. 6 equals to k over a squared. Okay? Then as per our usual practices, we will find out what is k. So 6 times a squared equals to k. That will also mean that k is equals to 6a squared. Okay? Are we good with this step so far? Right? Now the next thing is the more important part. Question wants you to find out what is y when x is double. Okay? So when x is being double, if x at the start is x equals to a, what do you think x is going to be over here? 2a. It will be 2a squared. Okay, there's no square. Double. Double means times 2. Okay, if I give you double the marks, means times 2 the marks, alright? Double the money times 2 only. Okay, so x is going to be equals to 2a. And we want to find out what is y. Alright? So y, if using the equation over here, is actually k over 2a bracket square. Because x I replace it. X I replace with 2a. Right? So therefore I must have the brackets and the square. So what's going to happen here is that I know that k is actually 6a squared. Okay? Can you focus over here? And then after that, I have this another piece of information too. So I will combine these two pieces of information. I will see that y is equals to 6a squared over bracket 2a bracket squared. Okay? So I replace the 6a squared into here. So I do some more replacing. Okay? Any questions so far? Anyone lost it? Yes, Geraldine. 6a squared because k is equals to this. So I put it over here. Place it here. Okay? So now focus is to find y, that's the objective. Okay? So 2a bracket squared. 2a a, I'll get a squared. 2 times 2 give me 4 what? Okay, 2 times 2 doesn't give me 2, right? So therefore a times a will give me a squared. 2 times 2 gives me 4, a times a is a squared. No, a times a is a squared. I never times again. Okay, so in this case 6a squared over 4a squared, what's going to happen here is that I can cancel out a squared. Okay, so my answer will be 6 over 4. Okay, so 6 over 4, answer is 1.5. And that's the answer to finding out what is y.
Also complete it.